We are back with more legal insight from Peterson's law office and our favorite third co-host.
Yes, it is always great to have Justin Peterson in the studio. Justin, what are we talking about today?
You know, it's holidays are coming up.
Yes.
People get really busy, and I know we always talk about, different personal injury items on here. I was going to talk about some administrative stuff today, and it's really important when people are super busy that they understand the timing. And how critical the timing is to contact an attorney like us following a tragic event, because the last thing people want to do following a tragedy is talk to an attorney, right? They want to handle their situation, they want to grieve if it's a death, they want to figure out what the next steps in life are, but they still have this monster case that might be pending. And when I did defense work, as you know, for the first 8 years of my career, I did defense work, and we were on quick response team. So if there was like a really bad accident with a trucking company, we would get called out. We would be going out to the scene with reconstructionists, talking to the police. They're starting these investigations really quickly, and we want to be able to also.
And I so know right now we are dealing with something very tragic over in Louisville, and unfortunately several people have lost their lives.
Sure.
Have you dealt with anything within aviation, or does your office have anything to do with aviation?
Yeah, for sure. And the good thing about that is the NTSB will be all over that. They're going to get the black box. They're going to take a look at what happened. But we have handled product cases for helicopters and airplanes and really tragic situations. Obviously, a lot of scientific data comes from that, but there are really good experts in the field that can forensically put together what happened. You definitely start with the black box. You definitely start with those NTSB investigations, and then you go from there.
Yeah.
On the situation.
So when you were saying, we need to move quickly to get in touch with you, talk about that time frame. How quickly is quickly?
Sure. Well, ideally, it's as quick as possible, because especially in a roadway case where evidence is going to dissipate, witnesses may disappear. They may move or go somewhere. They change their phone number, like many do, and so we really want to start our investigation as soon as possible, because families, they really don't want to deal with us at that time, and I get it. I wouldn't want to deal with me either, but I can't tell you how many people I have to go meet at the University of Kentucky Hospital on the 7th and 9th floor trauma units where we're saying, hey, let us get out there, let's move forward. I need to know a couple items, I need a couple things so that I can get started for you. And we do it, almost every week am I meeting somebody there. So it's really tragic, it's terrible, but I think people out there really need to know that time is critical in these situations.
Well, and I was going to say too, I think it can be sometimes intimidating, and you don't know what to ask. So what's your advice for kind of preparing for that call?
Awesome. That's an excellent question. So number one, what does the big picture look like? And they're going to want to know, what do I charge, right? It's free. We get paid out of a contingent fee, which means a settlement or a jury verdict. So you're not paying for us for our investigation. So we'll hire experts, we'll investigate a case, and then maybe we'll find out there's no case. And so we eat our time and money in those scenarios and situations. So one, how much do you charge? Zero, right? What happens if you don't take my case? Well, we don't put that fee on you or those expert fees, because it's very expensive to get those forensic analysts out there to review a scene. And then making sure it's the right person. You got to do your research, right? Go to the websites, check out the results, see if they've handled similar cases, is what I would be doing.
Okay, so if folks want to make sure to get in contact with you, where do we go?
Yes, we always say, Kentucky, call me. Go to our website at justinpetersonlaw.com. You can call us at 859-469-6390.
You'll see that handsome face over every billboard all throughout Lexington, Kentucky. Thanks, Justin.
Thank you.